Hello everyone, my name is Leslie. This is a series of frugal thoughts. My dog Mabel just came in here. That's what that heavy breathing is down here. That's Mabel. I wanted to speak to you today, and I might get some pushback on this. Are you okay there, baby girl? Go ahead. I wanted to have I might get some pushback on this today because I wanted to do a video, because especially this time of year, obviously, that and I'm encouraging you, if you are someone who is in debt, and if you are someone who has any consumer debt, and I would even going to extend this to mortgages. If you are someone who has a mortgage payment, when you get, and if you get your a tax refund this year from the government, I'm going to encourage you to not consider that a windfall. That is not a prize money. That is not a lottery. That is basically you are getting back what you overpaid to the government. So the way this works, you make X amount of money, and at X amount of money, I'm going to use these. You make $40,000 a year, and at $40,000 a year, you have to pay $8,000 a year on your taxes. But you actually paid $8,700 in taxes for whatever reason. The W-4 form was different or whatever. So at the end of the year, you are owed $700 from the government. That is what doing taxes is all about. Finding out, did you pay the right amount of taxes to the government? An overwhelming amount of people have overpaid, I know, sweetheart, have overpaid the government. And so they will get a tax refund. Some people owe money, and that's a position you don't really want to be in. But if you are someone who does get a tax refund, I am encouraging you to resist the urge, as I've said this now. I'm so distracted by Mabel, to use that money as a windfall. I remember years ago, friends who would say, oh, I'm going to go down to the beach for the weekend with my tax refund, or I'm going to go buy myself a new flat screen TV, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. The thing about that tax refund is that is just making you back to where you should have been. So you should have been here, and you were up here because you overpaid, and now you're going to get that money to bring you back to where you were. So that money was yours. It is not a lottery or a prize money. It is just you're getting a refund of the money you overpaid. So if you are someone who has any kind of debt, consumer or otherwise, you should really not consider that a windfall. I understand that life is hard and that people want little treats and things like that. But if you are someone who subscribes, like I do, to everything that Dave Ramsey has to say, while you are trying to get yourself out of debt, while you are working towards your goals and following, if you follow Dave, the 7 baby steps, there's a time and a place for that kind of spending. Right now, anything that you get in the form of a check, whether it be a paycheck for your main job, oh, she's eating something, or a side job or anything like that, that money should be going towards debt. It can be tempting to use that to go buy yourself a nice new dress or take a trip. A friend of mine told me that her son was going to the Kentucky Derby this year with it. I mean, I think you should have fun and go to the Kentucky Derby, but it should be something he had budgeted for the year. That should have been one of his budgeted items, not to use that money to go to the Kentucky Derby, because you're really just ultimately, you may not think you're spending $1,000 to go to the Kentucky Derby because it's in the form of a tax refund, but it is your money. So anyway, that is just my little short one today. I'm distracted by Mabel. I can't see what she's doing over there. Oh, I don't know if you can see. She sits there with her hands between the wooden, I'm not sure if you can see her, between the wooden, and she bites and chews on my wood table, which is a particularly not very frugal thing for her to be doing. But anyway, thank you so much for watching my channel. Let me know if you've ever done that, maybe when you were younger, or if you know people who have done it. I know it can be tempting, especially if you are living on, a very tight budget. When you do get that windfall, can be very tempting. And I know the prize can seem really far off in the future, but I will tell you it is coming. So just keep on waiting, and treat yourself to a smaller something when you get your tax refund. This is Leslie. Thank you so much for watching my channel. Bye-bye now.